Hello, my name's Tragic O'Hara. Like, I've been really busy recently, like majorly busy doing stuff. Like, I've been carving rocks. Obviously there's a story. Just ages ago when I was doing Space Invader out my back door, I had a telegraph stump, like off a pole thing. Do you know what I mean? Like a telegraph pole bit. And I tried to carve it into a skull. And my wife was like, I really like that. Like, you should... Are you ever going to finish that? No, sorry, I'm never going to finish that. So anyway, right, I was carving this thing with this thing just to see what would happen. I've had that thing since the telegraph pole. And I never really used it. I get distracted and started doing it. It was too hard. It was too difficult. It was taking ages. And I tried to get an angle grinder and it broke. It was my grandad's when we were clearing out his sheds, because I thought he had one of everything. Do you know what I mean? Two of everything in some cases, and I got the angle grinder and it just plain old was broken. Like, I don't know why I kept it. But I wanted to do this rock carving thing for a while, and I want to do it for the book, the front cover of the book. I drew this thing out in my kind of idea book thing. Here it is here. I'm on my second one now. Like, that's from February. There's one of the incarnations there. What's on the other side? Can I show you that? No, I can't show you that. Right, that was what the front cover was going to be. So originally what I wanted it to be was like a practical guide to walrus chasing with a solid gold walrus statue in front of it with like the shadow, and I'd take the photograph and the shadow would cast back on the letters and stuff. And that's what originally I wanted it to be. And then I thought, you know what, like, I quite like the idea of it being made out of stone, but then it would look kind of old, like it's been there from the dawn of time, sort of thing, like this kind of weird walrus statue. Almost like one of the pieces out of the Jumanji set, do you know what I mean? Like out of the board game. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find some rocks. So I went to the beach, and I found loads of rocks. I brought them home. I didn't bring them home. I should have brought them home, right? Because what I learned instantly was if you start carving rocks that you found in the beach before washing them, the whole place stinks of beach, right? I carved that rock. I thought it was only going to take a day, right? I didn't think it was going to take that long. It took a while. Like, I spent ages carving it, right? The place was covered in dust. So I kept trying to carve it, and then I broke this thing. Listen. It's not meant to make that noise. So I broke that, and like then I thought, oh, I'll need to fix that now. So I've literally just realised after watching this 10 times, 20 times while I'm editing it, I've still got this. Like, I've done the exact same thing as what my granda done. So I got it to this stage. Right, it started to take shape. So the thing about the rock carving is, so I had that in my book for ages. Was thinking about it for absolutely ages. Like, this is what I want it to look like. I want a statue and I want the thing behind it, and that's going to be the front cover of the book. And I had that, I was set in stone, pardon the pun, for all that time until, look there, it's there. Like, that was the second one I drew. Until I started drawing this thing. Right, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what it is. To me, it was just a wee geometric walrus. But I like that much more than the rock thing. So that's it done. I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I prefer that. Do you know what I mean? So, do you know what I mean? So I spent all that time carving that to then just be a thing I doodled with a biro. Do you know what I mean? So it's been the summer holidays, right? I have 2 kids. My wife started a new job. I took my foot off the gas for a while to let my wife like get settled into her new job, because like she's moving up her ladder. She's going after what she wants to go after. So, and I didn't book anything else. Like, I had to book up just different things until we knew when she was going to start this new job. So after she got her start date, I haven't booked anything else to let her focus on her stuff, because, well, rule zero. Like, that's the short way to describe it. Rule zero. Like, the people you love come first, walrus second, and rule 0.5 in the middle. Like, I have been in the house with the boys, like making sure they're okay, because we can't leave them by themselves. We would come back to a smouldering crater of a home. But I've been managing to get down every so often to work on some other stuff. One of the ideas I had was to make a adults children's book. Hello, my name's Tragic O'Hara, and today don't really know what I'm doing, but I do know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm going to try something, basically. So a while ago, a good while ago, I wrote a children's book. I don't know why, I just did, right? Like, I do know why. It's because I had 2 young children. That's why I wrote a children's book, right? Because I like reading books with my boys. Do you know what I mean? But like, I read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy to my eldest son while he was still inside my wife's belly. Like, do you know what I mean? I read all the classics, not just the ones I like. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're making our way through Harry Potter now. But when they were younger, like the picture books and stuff, like some of them, I mean, I liked some of them, but some of them are a bit like, I don't know. I like weird stuff, so I thought I'm going to write some stuff that I think would entertain me. Because a lot of the time I think like kids' books talk to kids like they're idiots, and they're not. They're like wee clever things that just haven't seen the same amount of things as like adults have seen yet. That was my thought. So I done nothing with it. Like, I kept it. I showed it to a couple of people. I wrote like a poem about 2 pigs. I'm going to read you the poem about 2 pigs, but before I do, I just got paper that I'd left over and I was throwing things at them, kind of like the micro rants thing, and I thought, I'll just look at this and turn it into a story. But I can't say it's going to be for children because like I don't know where it's going to go, and sometimes when I draw that stuff I see things that I wouldn't really want my boys seeing. So like, I was like, I'll make a picture book for adults. Again, I thought it would take a day, but it didn't. I knew 2 pigs who played in the dirt, one called Bert and the other called Gut. Bert played in the dirt, happy as could be, while Gut would have preferred to live in a tree. You see, Gut of a sudden felt under the weather, because he would rather have been made out of feathers. A bird, Bert would say, that thing's called a bird, and you are a pig, so don't be absurd. But Gut couldn't help it, that's just how he felt. And he felt kind of bad about the cards he was dealt. So Bert, being the brother that all pigs should be, decided to help Gut get into that tree. So he borrowed a pillow that the farmer had binned and dragged it down to the dirt where they lived. He tore open the case and told brother Gut, roll around in these feathers, they will stick to the dirt. So Gut rolled in the feathers till he was too dizzy to see, and Bert helped his brother get into that tree. I still know a pig, but while he plays in the dirt, a bird smiles from the tree, and that bird's name is Gut. That was it. That's what I was doing. Right? I don't know. But I quite like it, right? So, I'd made like loads of different... Look, I'll show you. So like, I was just throwing the ink and seeing what it would turn into, and then trying to change those things into a story, and then turn that into a picture book for adults that would be like kind of funny. Like, just, do you know what I mean? Like, for example, that one. Like, so when I seen that one, the line in my head was something along the lines of, don't listen to the rats that live inside your head. Like, that was, I don't know. Like, so I thought I could do loads of them and turn them into a book. One day, I might come back to that. Before I went on holiday and I made friends with that wee frog, I was making some signs for my friend's shop that's just opened. American Munchies in Kilmarnock, and I was going to make a video about it. Like, I was going to make a video about it, but I had a lot on, and I couldn't. I was too busy trying to figure out how to do them that I didn't think about filming any of it. I was quite happy with the way they turned out. Like, I put LEDs in the back and like epoxy resin them. Like, I've seen people doing that before, so I just kind of thought I'd like to make one of them. That's the end of that story. And then it was like I don't know, my grandmother-in-law, is that what you would say? I don't know, like it was her birthday, so like we organised that, like I made a video for her. I painted like a Beatles mad, so painted her like a Beatles, it was a dust sheet. Been in Kilmarnock, helped a bunch of young folk paint this underpass. I work with young folk a lot. Like, I was in Falkirk at the Forth Valley Sensory Centre. I've been out in Largs, just to name like a couple of the places I've been working over the summer, helping young people paint murals. But that project in particular, like, it was great. Like, it was 10 weeks working with a bunch of young people in Kilmarnock who'd like done themselves, like they put in a shift. Like, they have really done something tremendous, if I'm quite honest with you. I spent a lot of time in Kilmarnock, and I knew that underpass quite well. So, and we spent 10 weeks like just learning how to spray paint, talking about like not just art, like talk about like loads of stuff, the way people think and like just how they feel about like where they live and stuff. So it's been with a load of different kind of organisations and stuff, one of them being Articulate. In the last week, when we were installing the mural, I got to work with Mac Colours, which was great as well, because like we've been speaking on the old Insta webs for a while, and it was good to actually get to spend a week painting with someone, because it's quite a, I mean, it's always been quite a solitary thing for me. It's quite lonely when I'm painting stuff. Usually, like, if I'm doing groups, you're in for a couple of days and you disappear, but see, getting to spend that amount of time with people, like, was amazing. And the reaction, like, I've had, like, I posted this on Facebook and it had 45,000 people see it. Like, that's mental. None of my stuff gets that views. do you know what I mean? There's a desire for more kind of public art like that, like things you can look at, things that are different. So like that whole project was unbelievable. Like it was just great. It was, and hopefully, like it's not the last. What else have I been up to? Right, hold on, I'll get my book. I wrote it all down. So obviously, like I've had hunters on, spoke about. Like I've been working with the National Galleries. I made posters for Yardworks, like a project we were doing up in Govan. I've been building a robot. That was me on a boat to Arran. I was working in Arran as well. Like I've been flat out. So like there's been hundreds and hundreds of stuff on, but I have tried to tell this part of the story, because it is a story 3 times. Some of the stuff I've been working on I can't really talk too much about. Twice to the camera, and one time my friend had phoned. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm up to my... And I was kind of ranting to him about it, and I switched the camera on. I thought that would be a good way to tell it. This is going to be a hard thing to describe, because the thing I'm talking about, I can't actually tell you about it yet. There's a lot of different things that are all kind of happening at the same time now. With the summer holidays being there, I didn't have enough time to do them, and I had a slip. I knew it was going to be a lot of pressure before I started doing it. Like, I knew it was going to be a lot of pressure. Through some unforeseen circumstances and things happening, like, I had a bit of a wobble, shall we say. Like, and it's been a while since I've had one. Do you know what I mean? I am totally out of my depth, and I'm feeling it. There's also that bit of me that's like, what are you complaining about? Do you know what? This is what I wanted. Right? See this? Like, being in here, making things. Like, that's all I've ever wanted to do. Like, just make things, that's it. Like, not just one thing. Music, paintings, do you know what I mean? Like, even, like, websites, like, just daft websites and stuff like that. Videos, like, I just want to make things. That's what I want to do, and now I've got it. And then I feel weird because I'm moaning about this thing that I've got on, but, like, this is all I've ever wanted to do. So then I was feeling kind of guilty about the fact that I'm moaning about stuff, and I felt like I can't really complain about it, and I don't know. It was all in here, though. Like, it was all just this... like this wee thing in my head, it constantly kind of just there. Now I've got what I want, all I've ever wanted, right, when it comes to that kind of thing. And I've took on this job, this thing, and I don't know if I can do it. And it's been getting me. It's been picking away. But I had a panic attack, basically, because of what had happened. Because it's stuff that's totally outside of my control, and I totally felt the pressure of the whole thing. And I ended up, I wouldn't say I had a full-blown panic attack. I had the beginnings of one. And I know what they're like, because when I was like 15, maybe younger, 14, 15, I used to complain about sore stomachs quite a lot. And folk used to just chalk up to me wanting to be like Kurt Cobain. Right? But, and this is a hard thing to say, I suppose, like, but I had, undiagnosed, right, I had chronic anxiety disorder. I would think that's what I had from, like, the ages of 15 to, I don't know, when I kind of turned 20-ish, maybe. Like, I used to have panic attacks all the time. It's always there, right? It's just, like, I've been working on this stuff for so long that I kind of have a routine that I do when I feel it. Like, I've got a set of things that I do, and I've written this in my book now. Like, I've got 3 stages that I go through, and the second stage is, it's funny that I'm wearing a t-shirt, but like, I've said it before as well, if it's getting to me, the headphones get on, and I go a big walk, and I just listen to Motorhead, and nothing else. That's it. Like, nothing else but Motorhead, and that usually works for me. I don't know. I think I know why. Like, it just, Motorhead just kind of makes me feel like, you can, do you know what I mean? Just, first thing I get my headphones on and I listen to Motorhead and I go a big walk. That's the first thing I've done. And I was phoning some people trying to sort this thing out, and I ended up like, no one was answering their phone. I ended up like just recording myself talking into my phone. Right, so I phoned a couple of my pals and no one is answering their phone. So you're hit, so you're an invisible person on the other end of this phone. And just do it like that, and what to do is... It was really weird walking by people who's Wayne's go to my school, and Wayne's go to my school, and I'm just talking to myself. And like, my kids, friends, parents were like walking by me and I'm pretending to talk to someone on the phone when I was really just talking to myself. Like, so I've got a list of things that I do when stuff like that happens, right? But I couldn't see an end to this other one. Like, I couldn't see, and even after 2.5 hours in the rain, walking about talking to myself, when I get back in the house, I kind of went and I had to do 3 rounds of the Wim Hof breathing thing and jump in a cold shower and try and get out of that bit. And I never slept a wink that night. Like, I really didn't. And kind of felt it the next day. And then had that guilt of, why are you complaining about this? This is what you want to do. Like, why are you being like that? So then I get that kind of shame thing. But I think that's normal. I think. I managed to get a couple of chapters of the book out of what happened, like, because I do have a thing. I've just never really written it down, but I have got like a 3-stage plan for when things get a bit kind of heavy. Do you know what I mean? I never caught it in time because I couldn't sort the problem, and I kind of slipped, so I did. And after that, I had a bit of I was just kind of doing mad stuff, like I bought a trumpet. I don't know. I just went and bought a trumpet and convinced myself that I was going to learn how to play it. I will, like I will eventually. Like I bought it off eBay, but I'm doing better. Like, I'm okay. I think there was just a period where I didn't feel myself. Do you know what I mean? And the last time that happened, it would have been like when the whole lockdown thing was starting. Like, there was a shaky period there. But I'm okay, and I'm doing things that are making me feel good. I've been making music again. I've been writing songs for the first time in a long time. It's not the easiest thing to talk about. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you kind of slip. Like, it's not... This is the thing, right? I have a thing that I tell myself, and I tell a lot of people this. The worst thing that can happen is death. Not to get too grim, but like, that is the worst thing that can happen. This thing that I'm doing, no one's going to die if I don't do it. It's just there's a lot of outside. I don't like being in the middle, right? And right now, I was in the middle. Like, I had to answer this, and I couldn't answer it because of this, and that was what it was. And the deadline's coming, and it just kind of came to a head. But I've sorted it, I think. I have sorted it. There's no think about it. It's sorted now. But to take the positive bit out of that, like, I got a bit from my book. Do you know what I mean? About some of the stuff that I do in that. And it made me think about, like, how these things work for me and the stuff that doesn't work. So that's kind of why I'm saying it. And then the other thing, I'm always harping on about this, like, rule 0 and rule 0.5. Rule 0, family comes first. Rule 0.5, don't be a dick. That's my 2 rules that I keep talking about. Now, my wife started a new job, so I put her first. Something had to give, and it was this. It was me making these videos. No one's going to die if I don't make these videos. So, like, I stopped doing that. My numbers, right, and that's a slippery slope, man. Like, my numbers for the amount of people that are subscribing to my channel and, like, following me on all that sort of stuff dwindled all the way through that, which is why I was like, I'll do the rock carving thing. Like, I can get that video out, or I'll do the children's book thing. I can do that in a day, and I wasn't getting anything finished. But it was because in the back of my mind, I'm looking at my numbers are going down, and I was running about trying to make stuff rather than making the things I wanted to make. I was looking at the number, the thing that I said I'd never do. Don't chase numbers, chase the walrus. That's what I keep saying all the time, and I slapped because it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. What I was supposed to be doing was following the rules that I set out. I should have been rule 0, put my family first, take the foot off the gas and focus on the other things, and it just got to me. Like, I was doing too much. That's not healthy. That's not a healthy thing to do. Like, I don't chase numbers, I chase the walrus. That's it. Like, the numbers, if it happens, it happens, right? in the grander scheme of things, I don't want to be a YouTuber. I don't aspire to be that kind of thing. Like, that's not what I want to do. I just like making these videos, and YouTube is the place where I put them up. That's it. That made me realise something, and it was like I get to spend those 8 weeks with my boys and my wife, and I got to do that thing, Rule Zero. So I'm now just going to focus on the stories I want to tell, rather than try to make hundreds, like try to get them all out, like one a week. Like, that's a mental schedule. Like, and that's what they tell you to do. You go on the blogs, and it'll say, try and upload every week. No, there's other things going on out there that I'd rather be doing, like than sweating over getting a video out every week. Still a work in progress, but... Right, anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, feed the algorithm. Just write me a wee comment. It doesn't matter what it is. Peace, love, walruses, whatever. And thank you very much for your time, because it's the most important thing you've got. And next time... Get it!